Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our week number 10, lecture 1, that is lecture number 19 of our course Analysis of Algorithm for class BS SE 6. Analysis of depth first search algorithm. This is the main topic of our today lecture. We will analyze the depth first search algorithm for solving the graph. This is an algorithm which solves the graph and convert it into an MST. Topic of the today lectures are: what is depth first search algorithm, depth first search concept with example, depth first search algorithm, depth first search algorithm explanation, time and space complexity of depth first search, not breadth first search but depth first search. This is the time and space complexity of depth first search algorithm. Then practice problem based on depth first search algorithm, and similarly minimal spanning tree, and then this was our last lecture, this is minimal spanning tree. Our first topic is what is depth first search algorithm. Depth first search or DFS is a graph traversal algorithm. It is used for traversing or searching a graph in a systematic fashion, that is, in an organized way. It uses the traversing of graph, that is, with the help of algorithm we traverse the graph. Depth first search uses a strategy that searches deeper in the graph whenever possible, from root to go from node to node and reach at the deep level until and unless the node does not allow us to move forward. That is, it explores all of the nodes one after another up to the final depth prior to moving to the next node at the root or the subtree root level. That is, we do not return back to root or back to subtree root level without reaching to the last depth of that link or that path. Stack data structure is used in the implementation of depth first search algorithm. In the breadth first search algorithm we have used queue data structure, while in depth first search we will use stack data structure. There may be a single MST if the graph is undirected. If it is undirected graph, we will get single MST. If the given graph is directed graph, the resultant output of the depth first search algorithm may be a single tree or multiple tree in the form of forest. We will generate the forest. If it is directed graph, then its end result may be a single tree or may be multiple tree. That is, if there are many trees, that place is called forest. Depth first search concept, DFS concept. This is our graph. Let's suppose A is the central graph. From this graph we will search, let's suppose, first A. In breadth first search we searches those nodes which are at the distance of one edge from root node, that is B, C and then D. But in depth first search we will move from source to B and then B to E until it does not provide the way onward for traversing. source vertex for depth first search. A is the source vertex, and here highlighted nodes show the depth in the depth first search. In depth first search algorithm, this shows the depth. Here you see we have some values. Instead of these A, B, C location, we have inserted A, B, C, C, D, and E and F at the outside the circle, and in the circle we have some numbers in the form of fraction. The numerator of the fraction denote the discovery time of the node, and denominator node the ending or the final time of that node when it becomes the part of tree. So all the nodes has their discovery time as in numerator, and ending time or the final time as a denominator. These are the time, and you may see the root node has the value 1 as discovery node, because it is the first node which we have discovered, or the root node, and its denominator is 12, which is the maximum time, final time. It will be end when the whole tree, whole node of the tree will be traversed. So its ending time is maximum. That is why the span here in the tree A, this is A node, this A node span start from 1, this is level 1, and this is the last level, which is 12. This time denote that discovery time is 1 and final time is 12. What is about B? B is the starting time, or the discovery time is 2 and ending time is 7. So B started from 2, this is 2, and its span is up to 7. 2 to 7, this is B, and similarly this is E. Where is E? This is E. Its discovery time is 3 and final time is 4. From 3 to 4, this is the span of E, in which we have, these are the spans. This is the tree which we construct from the graph after assigning each node its discovery and ending time. These are called time stamps. So here the time stamp will work. Time is the global variable in the graph of depth first search algorithm. So we will discuss it in detail when we will study the explanation of depth first search algorithm. Next, depth first search algorithm. This is our depth first search algorithm. Depth first search algorithm needs a graph. It does not need the starting node or the source node or the root node. It needs the graph with vertex B, but with the set of vertices and the set of edges. Because graph is the combination of set of vertices and the set of edges. We have a loop, for loop from 1 to 3. This for loop initializes the graph, that is make the color of each vertex white and its parents nil. So all the vertices of the graph are processed because U belongs to V of G, that is each and every vertex of the graph is processed using this for loop, and its color is become white and its parent is nil. After this initialization, the global variable time get the value 0, and for each vertex U belongs to V of G, do if color of U is equal to white, then DFS visit U. Here our time stamp is 0. So when we will get the first vertex of the graph from set V, and we will check its color is white. Yes, because all the vertices in this loop has become white and their parent only. Then we will call, if its color is white, then we will call DFS visit U. That is, first vertex will be passed to this one and it will process it. The color of U become gray. Time is equal to time plus 1. Here the time was 0. Here it becomes 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. D of U, distance of U, u is the first what is the time value, that is 1, will become the discovery time of u. So in our previous case, this was our first node and its discovery time become 1 and its color is gray. Whenever a node gain the color gray, then we assign its discovery time. That gray color is the representation of discovery time. For each vertex v belongs to adjacent of u. If color of v is equal to white, then phi of v is equal to u dfs visit u. Now visit v. Now we will find all the adjacent node of u. U is the first root node, A is adjacent node. How many nodes are there? B is adjacent, C is adjacent, D is adjacent. So these three nodes will be processed through this loop. Firstly, we have processed B. Color of B is white. So parent of V U and DFS visit V. Now V value will be passed to this U, and at the end, when all the adjacent will be processed, color of U become black, and final time of U is equal to time, and time plus 1. Time will be incremented, and it will become time final. The incremented value will be stored in the variable time, and this time will be assigned as the final time or the ending time of the node. This was our depth first search algorithm. We will see when we will solve the graph using this algorithm. Depth first search algorithm explanation. Step 1. Create and maintain 4 variables for each vertex of the graph. For any vertex v of the graph, these 4 variables are: color of v is equal to, there may be the color the variable represent the color of the vertex v at the given point of time. The possible value of these variables are white, gray and black. This is initial time, this is discovery time, and this is the ending time when it becomes the part of MST, that is minimum spanning tree. White color of the vertex signifies that it has not been discovered yet, that is its initial color is this. Gray color of the vertex signifies that it has been discovered and it is being processed. So this color of node shows the processing period of that node, and black color of the vertex signifies that it has been completely processed and now it has become the part of tree. Pi of v, parent of v, this variable represents the predecessor or the parent of the vertex v, that is which vertex will become the parent of v. V is a variable and it will contain any vertex of the graph. Discovery of v, that is discovery of the node which is stored in variable v. This variable represents a timestamp when a vertex v is discovered, and here in the graph it denotes as a numerator of the fraction in the graph. Key. Final value of the v. This variable represents the timestamp when the processing of the vertex v is completed and it finally becomes the part of tree. These are 4 variables which contains these values during the execution of DFS algorithm. DFS depth first search algorithm explanations continued. Step 2. For each vertex of the graph, initialize the variable as color of v is equal to white. We have discussed when we were looking to the algorithm. This one here we have discussed it in detail, that this loop initializes the graph, make each vertex white and parent nil. So in step 2, each color of each vertex become white and parent nil. This is, and then at the end of the loop, time is equal to 0. This is global variable acting as a timer. So in main program, time has initialized its value at 0, and the sub algorithm will increment its value and assign the discovery time and the final time to different nodes. Step 3. Repeat the following procedure until all the vertices of the graph become black. Consider any white vertex V and call the following depth first search function on it. DFS, depth first search, visit U. Color of U is equal to gray, time is equal to time plus 1, D of U is equal to time for each vertex V belongs to adjacent of U. This loop will check each and every vertex, and then here the recursive algorithm DFS visit V. Again DFS will be called, and this processing will repeat until all the adjacent are processed, and then the U whose adjacence has been processed and their color from white to become gray. Now from white to become gray, now the U has processed all of its adjacent vertices, so its color should be black. FU final time plus 1 increment, and will modify the time value, and time will assign to final time of the vertices U. So we have passed U to it, and here the value of the final time of that U will become the ending time. DFS time and space complexity. Time complexity. The total running time for depth first search algorithm is theta of V plus E. How many vertices are there in the graph, and how many edges are there in the graph? Because we have to process each and every vertex, and we have to consider each and every edge, so that we have to remove the cycles from the graph and make an MST. So theta of V plus E is the time complexity, where V is the number of nodes and E is the number of edges. Practice problem based on depth first search algorithm. Problem: compute the depth first search tree for the graph given below. This is a given graph. Using depth first search algorithm, we have to make DFS tree, that is MST, minimal spanning tree, from this graph. Also show the discovery and finishing time for each vertex and classify the edges. So we will find the discovery and final time for this edges, finishing time, discovery and final time from this, discovery and final time from this, discovery and final time from this. Arbitrarily we will start from a node, that is U. Initially, for all the vertices of the graph, we set the variable color of V is equal to white, phi of V is equal to nil, time is equal to 0 global. Let us start processing the graph from vertex U. This is our U vertex. Here we take start from here. We can take start from any vertex, but we are taking start from here in this example. This is the main graph, and from here depth first search visit U. This depth first search algorithm is called, and the value is passed to this one, and this start its execution, and after completing its execution, it returns results back to this main program. V of G. What is V of G? This here we are using V of G. V of G is equal to vertices of the graph U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Because this graph contains U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. These are the 6 vertices. So V of G is the set of these vertices. U is a variable. This U is a variable which will process all the vertices. That is, these all vertices will be processed through this loop. So U will contain the value one by one. First U, then V, then W, then X, and then Y, and then Z. That is, all the vertices of this set will be processed one by one through this U variable. Color of U will become white. So in this U, the first value we have taken U, its color is white and its variance is nil. Then we have taken second value V, it has cancelled, it has overwritten by V, and here V has color white and its parent is nil. We have not. When we will make the parent of a node to another node, then we will reverse an edge with the red color. You may see it here. When we have made that U is the parent of V, so we have make a reverse edge with red color. This is the notation. Firstly, we from line number 1 to line number 3 up to line number 4, we have processed these 4 lines and initializes this graph. All the vertices are white and there is no parent relationship because parent is nil. And then at line number 4, time is equal to 0. The time variable contains value 0. After that, this for loop will execute, and u, let's say u belongs to VFG. U take the first value from the VFG first value is u. U contains this u value, and color of u is white. If color is u is white, yes, color of u is white. DFS this u value is passed to this u1. So here you may see that u variable contains u, and this u value from here passed to this u. This u also contains capital U. Color of u is equal to gray, so color of u become gray. Time is equal to time plus 1. Here time was 0 and now it has incremented from 0 to 1, and this value of time is assigned to discovery time of u. U contains capital U, so capital U discovery time become 1 because time is 1. So its discovery time is the numerator divided by numerator is 1 and denominator will be the final time of this u, which is not known yet. For each v belongs to adjacent of u. Here v is another variable. So adjacent of u, there are two variables, v and x. So we take the one adjacent, that is v. This capital V is assigned to this variable v, small variable v. So we have a node which is adjacent of capital U. Color of v, if color of v is white, yes, color of v is white. This has become gray, but this is white. Pi of v is equal to u, so v is parent become u. We have denoted it with the red line in backward direction. Then after assigning the parent to u to vertex v, DFS visit u. Now v is passed to u. From here main program u is passed to this u. Now v is passing to this u, and this will start its processing again. Adjacent of u, here adjacent of u, there were two adjacent. U contains two adjacent. This arrow to v and this arrow to x. So v and x were the two adjacent. We have processed here only first adjacent and assigned to v. So v belongs to this set adjacent of u. Adjacent of u, this v contains the value from this set adjacent of u. After this line, it will call itself. So remaining line number 8 and 9 are not executed yet. So the control has passed to this function, a recursive function, call itself again here. From here it has called itself, and the execution of line number 8 and 9 is in pending. We take that passing the value to this one, we pass to next version this. This u takes the value of v. Here value of v is v, capital V. It is passed to this. This u contains that capital V value which is passed to it. Color of u is equal to gray. That is, this v has color gray. We see it here. Here the color of v is gray. Time is incremented, time from 1 to 2, and this 2 value is assigned to time, and that time is assigned to discovery time of u. U is capital V, so capital V color is gray, and its discovery time is 2. For each v belongs to adjacent of u. Here the u is capital V, and the adjacent of capital V is only one vertex y. So adjacent of u contains only one vertex y. So for each v belongs to adjacent of u, that is v belongs to capital Y. Yes, in v we have a variable capital Y. We have taken from this set. If color of v, that is color of y, is equal to white, then pi of y is equal to u. Y, the parent is the value v. U contains v, so its parent is v. From the backward direction, and then it call DFS visit v, it call itself, this v value is passed to this do. So these two len 8 and 9 are still pending here. At this location, the 8 and execution of len number 8 and 9 was pending. Here at this location again the execution of 8 and 9 len is still pending. While v is calling, DFS visit is called, and value of v is passing to this Jew. We don't pass to this Jew, we pass this value to next version, this one, this Jew. Here u contains value because here v contains y, and y is passed to this Jew, u contains that y. Color of y is equal to gray. So when execution of this start, the color of y become gray, and its time, the previous time was 2 is incremented, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, and this time contains 3. New value of time is 3. All has been finished or crossed, and this time value is the discovery time of u is y discovery time is 3. Then for each v belongs to adjacent of u, this y contains only one adjacent x. So adjacent of u, this set contains only one adjacent, and this set value is assigned to variable v contains x. Color of x is equal to white. Yes, color of x is equal to white. Here you may see, and the parent of x is equal to u contains y, the parent of x is y. You may see the parent of u is the parent of v, so y is the parent of x. Y is the parent of x. From back arrow, red arrow, we denoted it as a parent. Then DFS visit v, DFS algorithm is called again, and v value is passed to u. We pass this v value to this u. So this u gets the value of v is x, x is passed to this u contains again x. Color of u is gray, and time is incremented, time from 3 to 4, it become now 4, and this 4 is assigned to discovery time of u is x, the discovery time of x is 4, and now for each v belongs to adjacent of u. Here adjacent of u is v, you may see it here, the arrow is going from x to v, but v is gray, so the color of v is not white, so it will not process here, and this 8 and 9 line for loop will be skipped, and 8 and 9 line will be executed. Color of u, here u is x, here in this section u is x, the color of x is black, so we make it here, the color of x black, and time is incremented, time is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, new value of time is 5, and this 5 value is the final time of u is x in this case, so x final time is 5, its denominator is 5. From here we will return back to this location, and here u is y, the color of u become black, you may see it here, the color of y, because here u the value of u was y, so color of u, that is color of y, is equal to black, and time is incremented from 5 to 6, new value of time is 6 here, and this 6 is assigned the final time of y, so final time of y is 6. From here we will return back to this location, you may see it here, this blue dotted line shows that we are executing these line of codes, line number 8 and 9, which were whose execution was pending. Here the color of u at this stage, you may see at this stage the value of u is v, so the color of v has become black, its color has become black, time is incremented from 6 to 6 plus 1 is equal to 7, new value of time is 7 here, and final value of u is v, so final value of v is 7, here you may see that denominator is 7, and after that we will jump back to these two values whose execution was remaining. Here U is capital U. The color of capital U will be black. You may see it here. Now we are executing. These blue dotted rectangle shows that we are executing these two lines. The color of U, capital U, is black. So capital U has color black. Time is incremented from 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. New value of time is 8. Here new value of time is 8. You may see it here. And this new value of time is the final time of capital U. So capital U, the final time is 8. After that, we will jump back to main program. This because we have transfer control from this location. So the first cycle of this loop has ended. After executing these four different versions of sub algorithm, DFS visit algorithm, after that it will jump to next node W. Now new adjusted word W and Z are remaining because U, V, X and Y, U, V, X and Y has been processed and W and Z are remaining. So new value of U will be W. Value U contains the value W, and here if the color of W is equal to white, yes, the color of W was white initially. DFS visit U, we have visited here. The color of W was white. We were processing this W. The color of W was white, and DFS visit U because U is W, U contains W, and W is passed to this one. So this U contains W, and the color of W is equal to gray. Color of W become gray, and time is incremented from 8 to 9. New value of time is 9, and this 9 is the discovery time of W. So discovery time of W is 9. Here V belongs to adjacent of U. U is W. Adjacent of W are two values Z and Y. This is Z and this is Y. So if color of V, we have assigned the first value adjacent value, that is Z, to V. If color of Z is equal to white, yes, color of Z is equal to white. Parent of Z, U, that is parent of Y, V, will be U. So Z, parent of Z will be W. Here we have made the parent of Z W, and the color of DFS visit V. We are calling this U. No, we are calling that first again and passing this value to V. We don't pass this value to this V. We pass this value V value to this U. These 8 and 9 number execution of these these lines, line number 8 and 9 are still pending at this stage, and we have transfer control to this version. Here the value of V was Z, which was passed to this U. This U contains that Z. Color of U is equal to gray, so the color of Z has become gray, and time is equal to 10 plus 1, that is time was 9, 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. This 10 new time of 10 was the discovery time of Z, so discovery time of Z is 10. We want to find the adjacent of U, that is adjacent of Z. Adjacent of Z is the Z itself, because it is the self loop, so its adjacent is Z, which is already gray, not white. If color of Z is white, which is not white, gray, we will not process this one. We will jump, for loop will be terminated and jump to this location. Color of U, here U is Z, color of U is black, so we will make the color of U black, and time will be incremented from 10 to 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. New value of time will be 11. The new value of time is 11, which will be the final time of Z. So the final time of Z is 11, and after that, after execution of this line, we will jump to this line number 8, whose execution was in pending. So here the color of U, here the U is W. In this module, the value of U is W. Color of W is equal to black. So color of W has become black. The time is incremented. Time from 11 to 11 plus 1 is equal to 12. New value of time is 12. This is the new value, and which is the final time of W. So final time of W become 12, and from here it will jump back to this location. At this location, all the nodes have been processed, and since all the vertices have turned black, so we stop. This is how a given graph is traversed using depth first search algorithm technique. Now what we have to do, we have to construct the MST from this graph, which has the parent-child relationship and also has the discovery and the final time of that node. So we construct the MST. Construction of MST. This was the graph which has been processed by the depth first search algorithm. We start from the U node. Its starting time is 1 and ending time is 8. This is level 1 and this is level 8. So its span will be from 1 to 8. It is U. So for U, average is equal to 1 plus 8. Its starting time is, discovery time is 1 and final time is 8. Average become 1 plus 8 is equal to 9. So 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4.5. 4 and 5. In between the 4 and 5, we will insert this U. Well, this is the span from level 1 to level 8. This is the span, and we have inserted at 4.5 location to this U node by making MST. We are constructing MST. Next, this is the root, and it is the parent of V. V is the child node. Now we will process child node V. So for V, average, its discovery time is 2 and final time is 7. 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4.5. 4.5. Here we will insert the V. We have inserted V. Its starting time is 2 because it is discovery time and its final time. And final time is at level 7. So this is the whole span, that from this starting time to this ending time, this node has made its processing final, and now it has become the part of tree. So here we have inserted at the average time 4.5. 4.5 was the average time. Now we are processing, V is the parent of Y. We are processing Y. Its starting time 3 and ending time is 6. So for Y, average time is 3 plus 6 is equal to 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4.5. Here in between this 4.5, 3 to 6. This is level 3 and this is 6. 3 to 6. This was the span of Y. During this time, it has completed its processing, and we have inserted Y in between 4 and 5 because 4.5 lies here. So we have inserted Y here. Not at this end, not at that end, at the middle. Now X is the child of Y, that is Y is the parent of X. So now we will process X. X, for X, average is 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. Its starting time is 4 and ending time is 5. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4.5. This location is the location where we will insert the node X. While it started its discover at the time 4 and ended at the time 5 because its discovery is 4 and ending is 5. So this was the span, and we have inserted X here. Next, we will make another tree because it is a directed graph and it has constructed a forest instead of a single MST. So we will process this W. Its starting time is 9 and ending time is 12. So 9 plus 12 become 21. 21 divided by 2 is equal to 11.5. 11.5. Sorry, not 11.5 but 10.5. It become 10.5. So 10.5 here, 10.5 is this location. At this location we have inserted W, while its starting time was 9 and ending time was 12. So it started from this level 9 and ended at level 12. This was the span of W from discovery to final processing time, and we have inserted W at 10.5 location because average time was 10.5. After that, W is the parent of Z, so here we have processed Z. Z starting time is 11, 10 and final time is 11. 10 plus 11 become 21. 10 plus 11 become 21. 21 divided by 2, it become 11.5. Not 11.5 but 10.5. Here again 10.5. So at location 10.5, 10.5 this location, at this location we will insert the Z, and we will start from 10 at level 10 and end at level 11 because its starting time of discovery time of Z is 10 and ending time is 11. This was the span. We see in the forest, when we see there are some big trees and some small trees, but the root of each and every tree is at the ground. We see the height of that tree from the upper portion of the tree, that is upper part of the tree shows the height of the tree. So this is the root of this tree is U and the root of this tree is W, while height of this tree is longest than this one. This is a forest, and this was constructed by depth of search algorithm. You may see it in a larger view here, and this was the end of lecture number 19. Allah Hafiz.